How about Princess Maui, for example, from the November 23 press con? Was she subpoenaed under your leadership?
Asked
No.
and answered question, Your Honor.
This is the first time about Princess Maui, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it has been asked already during the cross.
No, the ground is correct. Asked and answered, meaning the witness already answered, no, he did not.
All right.
Counsel may proceed.
But you mentioned a while ago that there were two subpoenas
Hey, how's
issued
that New Year's
against VP
resolution?
Sara, correct?
Yes, sir. Based on the record that was turned over to
Yeah, but those two subpoenas were issued by former Director NBI Santiago and not under your leadership.
by the National Bureau of Investigation, yes, under the leadership of Director Santiago.
But just to clarify, under your leadership, no subpoena.
The subpoenas,
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Asked and answered, move on, counsel.
All right, I'll move on. Now, you mentioned yesterday that for grave threats and inciting to sedition, these are still pending before the DOJ.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Asked and answered, counsel.
All
Move
right.
on.
You likewise mentioned yesterday that you have an ongoing investigation. And my question is this for the alleged contracting for the assassination?
yes, that is very clear. I was able to explain that yesterday.
Okay, and particularly, the ongoing investigation pertain to the leads that you have to the alleged person that VP Sara talked to.
Among others, Your Honor.
But no subpoena has been issued to such alleged person under your leadership.
Because we are under a case build-up status. It is an ongoing investigation as mentioned yesterday, sir.
Okay. Now, let me just clarify. In a subpoena, the NBI must specifically identify the felony or crime for which you are issuing the subpoena. Is that not the case?
Yes, we provide what is the crime that
So-
we will investigate.
Okay, very well. So here, what will be the felony or crime that will be indicated in the subpoena?
But you have to remember, we are also have the mandate to protect the Constitution, to protect the peace and order. And if it goes to the national security and peace and order, we are also mandated to investigate.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, the answer was not responsive.
Your
My
Honor.
answer was very specific. My question was very specific. What will be the felony or crime that will be indicated in the subpoena?
Witness will please answer. The question was simple. What is the crime, if any, or penalty in relation to the document being asked by the counsel?
We all know that there is no crime that committed when there is a plan to kill until it is executed. But what I'm saying, that's why I'm qualifying, is because one of the mandates of the National Bureau of Investigation is to protect the national security. And we are also mandated to issue a subpoena or an investigation to do so. So if in this case, we cannot issue a subpoena, we can issue an invitation for those persons of interest.
So no, you cannot issue a subpoena, but just an invitation. In other words, this is not under the jurisdiction of the NBI, correct?
It is within the power of the NBI to protect the national interest and the national security. And as mentioned, there is a continuing threat to the President and under Section G, Section 5 of the Republic Act 10867, it is one of the primary duty of the NBI to protect the security of the President.
All right. Yesterday, you also mentioned betrayal of public trust, correct?
That is correct.
Can that be indicated in the subpoena when you issue it against this alleged person?
It can be or it can be not. But why will we put the subject betrayal of public trust if the person being subpoena is not being tried for betrayal of public trust?
What if it's against the vice president? Just to clarify, can the subpoena indicate betrayal of public trust?
We cannot put that because that is not a subject of a case under the revised penal code or a crime. The betrayal of public trust is the very well subject of an impeachment court.
All right. So you admit nonetheless that betrayal of public trust is a ground for impeachment, correct?
That is correct. I think it's in the
All right.
Constitution.
And are you saying that once you reach your findings, because we're all waiting for that, you will? Is it correct to say that you will file another impeachment case against VP Sara?
Oh, thank you for that question. So that I
Objection,
can
Your
explain.
Honor. That is speculative.
I think the witness is competent enough, and in fact, thank the counsel for his question. I'm interested to hear what the witness will also answer.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. The betrayal of public trust as the issue in the impeachment court, we don't need to investigate even if we pinpointed the person contracted. Because the point being is, the betrayal of public trust was already been consummated when she publicly admitted, there is already an admission that she contracted a killer, a mamamatay tao or assassin, to kill the president. And that itself is already an admission. At sinabi pa niya, pumayag na yung kinausap kong mamamatay tao. That constitutes betrayal of public trust. Why? Because the oath of office of the president, sabi niya, she will execute the law and do justice to every man. So, pag nagbalak kang pumatay at ginawa mo yan, that is no justice to every man. It's not execute the law. Execute the president yung gusto mong gawin dyan.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, I know that NBI Director took pains in explaining his answer, but his answer already contains conclusions of fact and law. And may we ask Your Honor?
May I respond, Your Honor?
I'm not yet done. In keeping, Your Honor, with this court's ruling last week, may we ask Your Honor that it be stricken off the record, Your Honor? My answer was pretty simple. And it is
Counsel
not
for
responsive.
the lead prosecutor.
My question was pretty simple. Sorry.
Your Honor, ang depensa po ang nagtanong kung mapapatunayan na nag-commit ng betrayal of public trust, kung sasampahan pa ng impeachment ulit at sinasagot lamang po ng testigo,
Can we get-
consummated na ang betrayal of public trust dahil may kausap ng tao na pumayag na to execute the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker.
That's precisely the ground for our motion, Your Honor. Can we get the ruling, Your
The
Honor?
motion to strike off is denied. Let the answer of the witness remain in the records. That was his answer, counsel. However, interpretative it may seem with respect to the law, since the witness was qualified yesterday as not only being the NBI director, but also engaged in the legal profession for decades and is in fact a former law dean. Let that remain in the records for the consideration of the senator judges. You may proceed, counsel.
All right. My question is this. Are you conducting your ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
Again, sinabi ko na po, kung ang pagbabasihan is betrayal of public trust, nandoon na po. Bakit po namin hinahanap
A
yung
simple-
kinausap na papatay?
With all due respect, Detector, simple yes or no will do.
Hindi po, dahil sinabi ko na
Alright.
nga,
Can you rephrase your question, counsel?
So are you conducting the ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
no need to substantiate because it's already been established.
All right.
So
Now,
the answer, Director Matibag, so the answer is you are not investigating anything in connection with the current ongoing impeachment case.
Yes, because it's already been established.
all right.
Proceed, counsel.
Insofar as the leads to this alleged person, do you share information to the Cybercrime Division?
Kasama po ang Cybercrime Division sa aming pong committee. Kaya kung ano po yung mga findings na nandoon, kasama po sila kung sila po ang pumunta. Subalit, kung ito po ay meron pong level of security na hindi naman kailangang malaman ng Cybercrime Division, hindi po namin ito ibinabahagi sa kanila.
All right. So because after all, the Cybercrime Division is
Your
part.
Honor, please.
What's the question? What's the objection?
May we know if the defense is making a manifestation or raising a question?
I am going to the question.
He was
Your Honor.
about to ask a question, I believe, counsel. Let's allow him to finish his question. Counsel may proceed for the
So-
respondent.
Because the cybercrime is part of the special task force, correct?
That is correct po.
How about Agent Plotok in particular? Do you share the leads to this alleged person with him?
Hindi po siya parte ng Special Task Force.
But wasn't he part of the cybercrime division as well?
Hindi po, siya po ay regional director ngayon ng BARM.
Yes.
But he was once part of the cybercrime division.
Dati po yun nung hindi pa po ako
Alright.
director.
Now, let's go to the special task force that you mentioned. You have one team leader and two assistant team leaders in your special task force, correct?
Tama po.
All right. And then how many members from the NCR?
Ang NCR po, yung po ang buong division na kasali at ang tumatayo po na representante nito ay yung kanila pong regional director.
But you mentioned that they are members of the special task force. In your estimation, how many from the NCR are involved?
Ang NCR po, we give the freedom to the regional director kung ano pong aksyon ang kailangan niya aksyonan at ano pong team ang kanyang bubuin for purposes of doing a particular investigation in relation to the said task force po.
Your Honor, maybe respectfully again, ask that the court give a directive to Director Matibag to give a more responsive answer. My question is, how many? So he can
May I comment, Your
estimate
Honor?
a number.
Counsel for the respondent, the question was how many? The answer of the good director was it depends, and it would depend on the NCR regional director how many he would assign. Witness will answer if he knows. If he does not, he may so respond as well.
Mr. Presiding Officer, sir, the thing is, depende nga po kung ano po yung magiging operation or surveillance na gagawin, we give independence and autonomy po do sa regional director kung sino po at ilan ang i-assign. That's why ang composition po ng Special Task Force ay binubuo po ng 3 na individual at 5 pong divisions po namin. Dahil nga ang rason po nito ay piniliwanag ko po kahapon, masyado pong malawak yung nagiging banta na it already transcends to an issue of national security po.
Okay, so you cannot give a number.
Your Honor,
Kasi
that's
depende nga po
Depende.
sa
It depends. So
sa
no
kung
definite.
ano operations
Let
po.
the presiding officer ask a clarificatory question. Hindi naman po mutually exclusive yung naka-assign na ahente po ninyo sa isang kaso lang, di ba?
Tama po, Your Honor.
So yung national, yung director nyo ng NCR, kung ilan mang ahente ang nasa ilalim niya, posibleng 5, 10, 20, 30 iba't ibang kaso ang tinitingnan nila.
Tama po.
At kung ano man yung kaso may mainit o mainit na dapat panghawakan o malapit nang makuha o mas maraming taong kailangan, lalagyan niya ng tao, tatanggalan din niya, depende kung saan kailangan.
Yes, Your Honor. Tama po.
So is it correct to state that at any one time, that number will change?
Tama po. Eksakto po.
You may proceed, counsel.
All right, so that's for the NCR. Is it the same case for the Cybercrime Division or the CCD?
Sa lahat po ng units na nandoon, parehas po yung ating pong protocol na ginagawa.
But just to clarify, I'll go through it one by one. So it's the same for the Organized Transnational Crime Division.
Ganon din po.
All right. For the Technical Intelligence Division.
Tama po sapagkat standard po yung
All right.
procedure namin.
For the Digital Forensic Laboratory or DFL.
Tama rin po.
All right. Now, are these members of this special task force given additional salary for their work for the special task force?
I think that is not allowed po under the law. Baka po bumagsak kami sa audit niyan or sa DBM po.
So they're basically working with the special task force for free?
Hindi po libre. Empleyado po sila. Mayroon po silang sweldo. At parte po ng trabaho nila yung ginagawa
So
po
in other
nila.
words, that's already part of their main job description.
I think that's how the government system work po, respectfully.
All right. Now, yesterday, you brought confidential records regarding your leads, correct?
Tama po.
Did you bring those records again today?
Nandirito po.
Nandun.
Sa aking bayong po.
And are these records from the special task force?
Iba-iba po. Halo-halo na po.
Halo-halo na. All right. And you mentioned that you cannot share these records to the public. Is that the case?
Tama po. Binanggit ko po kahapon.
All right. Now, if the Honorable Court issues a subpoena, will you comply?
Pag-aaralan po natin kung naayon sa batas ay beti nating ipagbigay alam po sa impeachment court na ito.
All right. Don't you believe that ang katotohanan ay hindi confidential?
Meron po tayong proseso na sinusunod. Kung ito man ay totoo at ito'y magbabiolate po sa batas, baka hindi po natin dapat itong gawin.
Dapat hindi payagan, no?
Hindi po hindi dapat payagan. I think sa linya po ng inyong
Objection, Your
katanungan.
Honor. The question is already argumentative.
I'll just move on to a new point. Anyway, during the time of Director Santiago, and let me lay the basis, no? Around 15 months, they didn't identify the alleged person that VP Sara talked to. And based on your testimony yesterday, it will take 3 to 6 months, even more, for this special task force to come up with definite findings as to the identity of this alleged person, correct?
Sinabi ko po 3 to 6 months, hindi po even more.
Okay, we'll just check the transcript for that. But at any rate, will this task force continue to exist and operate until you finally identify this alleged person, or does it have a time limit?
Kailangan po aming matagpuan yung pong taong binanggit na kinausap po.
So as long as you cannot provide a concrete output, the special task force will continue to exist.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Asked and answered. Move on, counsel.
All right. By the way, does NBI have intelligence funds?
Wala po, sir.
All right. Now, you also mentioned about the Rage Coalition event yesterday in Club Filipino on April 12, 2026, correct?
Tama po.
All right. Now, this was already around 14 months from VP Sara's press con, correct?
Tama po.
Now, my question to you is this. Was VP Sara present in that April 12, 2026 event?
Wala po siya, sir.
All right, no. Now, you mentioned also the concept of kinetic force. Can you recall?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, my question to you is this. Despite the lapse of 14 months and the absence of VP Sara in that event, you still concluded that this event was still part of what you call kinetic force. Is that the case?
Tama po.
All right. And based on your findings, this kinetic force came from VP Sara's November 23, 2024 press con, correct?
Hindi lamang po yun. Ang sinabi ko po ay may pagkakaugnay sapagkat yung pong statement na I want to cut his head, gusto kong kunin ang ulo niya, at ang sinabi din po ni Mayor Baste, isang ulo lang ang kailangan namin, ang ulo ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos.
All right. So, you mentioned also that there was a participant in a PBBM rally that shouted, "Barilin na yan." When did this happen, if you can recall?
Hindi po ito rally, meron pong event,
Event,
ang
okay.
atin pong Pangulo sa Nueva Ecija, naka-live broadcast po ito sa RTBN at meron pong nag-komento bigla na sinabi, barilin na yan.
Can you recall the date of that event? You said event.
Hindi ko po ma-recall yung exactong date pero nandito rin po sa
All
reports
right.
namin yan.
But is this also part of the kinetic force that you mentioned?
Lumalabas po sa amin pong pag-aaral.
How about yung nangyari kay Undersecretary Claire Castro in Canada? Is this also part of the kinetic force?
Irrelevant, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm trying to lay the basis, Your Honor.
Witness may answer.
Well,
If he
ito na
knows.
nga po yung sinasabi natin na nagkakaroon po ng malawakang kaguluhan na epekto po ng madalas na pagbabanta at seryosong pagbabanta sa Pangulo na ngayon ang mga itaong kahit na ordinaryo ay inaatake po. Hindi lamang ang Pangulo kundi ang iba pa rin pong matataas na posisyon.
So the answer is yes, it's
Yes.
part of the kinetic force. So in other words, this kinetic force can reach foreign countries.
Lumalabas po na gano'n.
Okay.
Dahil marami po tayong Pilipino na nandoon na napapanood po
Oh,
sa
that's
social
okay,
media.
Director. Now, how about the flood control rallies? Is this part of the kinetic force?
Yung flood control rally na aling pong flood control rally to be
Any flood
specific.
control rally?
Probably,
Is it part-
baka po, kung maaari lang po sir, ibigyan nyo ko ng specific para po mas may paliwanag ko po.
I'll just move on. So any dissent against the government must be attributed to this kinetic force. Is that what you're saying?
Speculative, Your Honor.
Witness may answer if he knows.
Depende po kung anong event. Kaya nga po ang ginagawa po ng NBI ay atin pong sinusuri lahat ng pangyayari. Kahapon po inilatag namin yung 5 batayan namin para po magkaroon tayo ng malinaw na threat assessment sa lahat po ng pangyayari.
All right. Now, isn't it that Mayor Baste, that participant in that PBBM event, the rallies in Canada, and the flood control rallies, don't they have a mind of their own?
Your Honor, we are objecting on the
Your
ground
Honor.
of vague. Kindly clarify the question.
Your Honor, the witnesses...
Kindly reform, counsel. I also did not quite get the question. Kindly reform, counsel.
So are you saying that these people that I mentioned, they cannot act independently and are compelled by the kinetic force that you mentioned?
That is
Sino pong mga
speculative, Your
tao?
Honor.
Mayor Baste, the participant in the PBBM rally, the rallies in Canada, and the flood control rallies.
Una po, there's no PBBM rally.
No, sorry, PBBM event. Sorry, I stand
PBBM
corrected.
event, yung sa Canada. Tsaka, yun nga po, alin po bang flood control? Babalik ko lang po doon, pasensya na po sir, para po mas makontextualize po nating mabuti.
Yes, Your Honor, please. May we request
I think the
clarification
question-
from the defense?
I think the question, Director Matibag, is produkto po ba nung binabanggit yung kinetic energy kahapon yung mga pagkilos laban sa administrasyon at individual na mga miyembro ng administrasyon?
Respectfully, Your Honor, sapagkat marami pong may pagkilos po na iba-ibang grupo.
So
na nakikita po
posibleng
natin.
hindi. May pagkilos na hindi, may pagkilos na
Tama
oo.
po. Kaya we have to qualify, we have to treat each event independently and apply the 5-factor test that we are being applying po sa mga pangyayari po.
So hindi porkit laban sa o tutol sa gobyerno o sa partikular na opisyal ng gobyerno ay ito na yung binabanggit yung kinetic kahapon.
Tama po, Your Honor.
Counsel may proceed.
All right. My question is this. Is this kinetic force still active today or has it stopped?
Malinaw po, may mga pangyayari pa rin po.
And should we really stop this kinetic force or just allow it until 2028?
Hindi ko po, pakiulit po.
Anyway, I'll withdraw that question. Just move on to a different question. Is this kinetic force a legal concept?
Ito po ay konteksto sa base sa aming investigasyon. Again, ibabalik ko po ron sa aming 5 naging patayan na ginagamit din po ng ibang jurisdiction para makapag-establish po ng isang threat para sa isang national threat assessment po.
Again, just a manifestation that it's not responsive, but I'll just move on to a different point.
Your Honor, please.
What is the pleasure of the lead counsel?
The defense is making a side comment to the answer of the witness. Can we please remind him to avoid making side comment as previously invoked by the impeachment court?
Then
Your
I
Honor?
will raise another motion, Your Honor, that the witness's answer is not responsive.
Counsels, let this not be a debate between and amongst the two parties. Let the witness answer and give his testimony. Counsel, you may proceed.
All right. Was the Rage Coalition event a political rally?
Palagay ko po, sapagkat ang nandoon po ng mga political party po ng PDP laban at yung pong reforma na pinamumunuan po ng dating Speaker Bebot Alvarez.
All right. And as a lawyer and as a former dean ba, director or current dean?
Former po.
All right. So as a
nag-resign na po
lawyer
ako.
and a former dean, you are aware that political speech is constitutionally protected, correct?
Depende po kung anong talumpati. You have to qualify.
And unless we are under martial law again, Mayor Baste should be able to freely express his dissent to the government.
Your Honor, that
correct?
is speculative.
Let the witness answer. He is competent to answer that question.
Unang-una, tama naman po kayo, wala namang martial law ngayon at pwede naman pong magsalita. But the freedom of expression has limitation also. Kung ito po ay nagbabiolate na ng batas at nakakasama na sa ating bayan, ay hindi naman po ito kasama na sa freedom of expression.
All right. But my question to you is this. Did he directly urge the people to overthrow the government in that rally?
Ang sinabi po niya, base sa aking testimonya, ay isang ulo lang ang gusto namin, ang ulo ni Bongbong Marcos. At kung matatandaan po ninyo, ay correlated it dun sa mga dati pang mga pangyayari. Hindi lang po yung event at sinabi na yun ang aming nagbasehan base sa aming pamantayan po sa pag-assess po ng banta o ng threat po.
But that was your own interpretation of what
That is not only my interpretation, but is the interpretation of the new National Bureau of Investigation based on the standards that we follow, consistent to the standards
All
that
right.
we are following.
Is it your interpretation that those also demonstrate destabilization efforts?
Please repeat, pakiulit po,
Is it
sir.
also the NBI's interpretation that those remarks constitute destabilization?
Argumentative, Your Honor.
No, if the witness can
If he
answer.
knows,
Ano pong particular na sinabi?
That speech by Mayor Baste in general.
Yung pong kanyang sinabi na ang ulo lamang ni Bongbong Marcos ang kailangan namin at sabi ko nga, in correlation to the other events, applying the 5-factor standards that we have been using, which is recognized by other jurisdiction, dun po kami nagkaroon po ng conclusion.
Sorry, Director, I didn't quite get your answer. So, are you saying that that's destabilization or no destabilization?
Misleading, Your Honor.
No, the director hasn't answered yet. He cited the basis, but cut short of answering the question. So, is it based on the 5 pillars of your investigation, Director?
Well, dun po yan, based on the 5 pillars na natin po, lumalabas po ng isa dun sa elemento ng 5 pillars, it comply po.
So,
Sumasagot po doon.
So, meron.
At hindi po destabilisasyon, kundi banta po sa kaligtasan ng Pangulo na naging banta na rin po sa pambansang seguridad po.
So, you're admitting that there was no destabilization?
Argumentative, Your Honor.
No, it's connected to the question, Your Honor. Previous
Counsel, the
question.
witness has answered for the appreciation of the senator judges. You may proceed to a similar question or move on to another topic.
Yeah, I'll proceed with a similar question. Director, I am showing you a news article. This is Exhibit D-4-66 entitled, and I quote, Palace dismisses the stab rumors versus Marcos admin. So it was published quite recently, May 12, 2026. And for the sake of time, I will just read the first line thereof.
Assisting counsel for the parties may approach.
It says here, and I quote, Malacanang on Tuesday said it has not received any information about supposed destabilization efforts against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. My question to you is this. Claire Castro speaks on behalf of PBBM, correct?
Being the spokesperson, tama po, sir.
And based on her statement in this news article, there has been no destabilization efforts against PBBM, at least as of this date. Correct?
Well, baka po dapat tingnan natin yung buong konteksto because under a security cluster, may pinag-uusapan po dyan. Maaaring ang tinitingnan niya na walang destabilization, there is no destabilization from the rank of men in uniforms. So hindi po natin masasabi na yun na yung kabuuan talaga.
All right. I'm showing you another recent article, Exhibit D-4-67. This article is June 12, 2026. So again, quite recent. And again, for the purpose of time, I'll just read the title. It says, Sara Duterte, I won't grab Marcos's position. My question to you is this. Isn't this news article also consistent with no destabilization efforts that Claire Castro previously mentioned?
Base po sa aking binabasa, baka mas maganda po si Vice President Sara Duterte makasagot dito because she's speaking of a state of mind. Sa isip po niya yan eh.
But if you know, you
Your
cannot-
Honor, may I comment?
What is the comment of the lead prosecutor?
The witness never said that there is destabilization. As a matter of fact, what he said during the earlier question is threat to the life of the president amounts to threat to national security. Now he is being asked about these pictures concerning the stab. This is misleading, Your Honor.
asked and answered.
The observation of the lead prosecutor is noted. It is not an objection, counsel. Proceed, counsel
Alright.
for respondent.
Now, yesterday, you identified an unsigned and unnotarized document which allegedly pertains to an affidavit of Arturo Las Cañas. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you know, is this the same Las Cañas who appeared before the Senate in 2016 and 2017?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in fact, this is the same Las Cañas who was charged by the Senate panel led by then Senator and still Senator Panfilo Lacson with a recommendation for perjury. Is he not?
Hindi ko po nabalitaan yung kung sinarge siya ng perjury. But if it's on record, then the answer will be yes.
All right. Well, he was, or maybe we can confirm it later with Senator Judge Lacson. But, and this perjury was committed during a Senate committee hearing, if you know only.
Well, siguro po doon natin na lang ilagay doon sa affidavit po na nabasa ko.
No, the
May I
only
comment,
question
Your
is
Honor?
the
May I
perjury, if you know only, that the perjury that was recommended for charging
Your
Las
Honor?
Cañas.
I have no personal
I'm not yet done,
knowledge.
Your Honor.
I think,
Your Honor, the witness is incompetent to answer that
If
question.
he knows,
Counsel, I
asked
think the
Your Honor.
witness already said that he's not aware of it, but that if it is on the record, then most likely it is true. That was the response of the witness earlier.
All right, I'll just move on to a new point. Now, allow me to read a statement of Senator Lacson, and then I'll ask questions thereafter.
May we request, Your Honor, that the witness be confronted with a document if I think the defense is reading from a document?
Yes, Your Honor. We will
The
provide the hard
guidance of the
copy.
witness, Your Honor.
We will provide the hard copy, and then we'll also show the soft copy on the screen, Your Honor.
Assisting counsel is authorized to approach
All right. I will read.
from both parties.
I will read and I quote Senator Lacson. Ang may papayo ko lamang kay SPO3 Las Cañas, kung ang layunin ng inyong quote-unquote extrajudicial confession ay mapanagot sa ilalim ng batas si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at iba pang personalidad, marapat lamang na maliban sa inyong salaysay, may maipakita ka pang bukod at ibang ebidensya. Kung wala, ay maaaring masayang lamang ang oras ng mga tao dito dahil baka walang kahihinatnan ang isinasagawa nating pagdinig sa araw na ito laban sa sino mang mga taong idinadawit mo. Are you aware of this statement by Senator Lacson against Las Cañas?
Ngayon po, nabasa po.
You're aware
nabasa ko
now.
po.
All right. At any rate, you mentioned yesterday that you did an open source investigation to obtain the Las Cañas document, correct?
That is correct po, sir.
But to be candid, was it just Google search?
Hindi po.
Are you at liberty to disclose what method you used in that open source investigation?
We were provided, dito po nagsimula yan, we got hold of a copy of the affidavit of Arturo Las Cañas.